Listen.
Supremacy?
Yeah, do you even know what that is?
Do you even know how to spell?
Yeah, supremacy. S-U-P-R-E-N-C-S-Y. Supremacy. Do you know how to spell? Or are you just a bucula obtruculate? Because I'm not the one. I know a lot more than probably what you do. I'm probably older than you. I'm very sophisticated and I'm highly talented.
Spell it one more time for me.
Emotions do exist. Emotions, that's, you might say, the gasoline in the engine. All right? That's what emotions are. You have to have emotions. But gasoline separated from the engine gets you what? Nothing. As long as the gas is in the tank or in that pump over there at the filling station and is not connected with your engine in any way, you'll just have a gas pump that's full of gas. It'll be excellent gas, and it serves a purpose. Gasoline serves a purpose, serves a lot of purposes. I mean, it's very useful, and it's sitting over there in that pump. But you have to put the gas in the tank, and from the tank, the gasoline goes into the engine, and now you got what? You got some action going. But if that gas pump is in that filling station, and your car is parked right next to that gas pump, and there's no connection between your car, engine, and the gas pump, I'm talking about logic now, it'll sit there, both the gas pump and the car and the engine will sit there forever until finally the gas will just evaporate and go somewhere else where somebody wants to use gas, because that's the nature of the universe. You know, there's an old saying, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's whatever it is. That's why you got to keep your body moving, because if your body just sits still all the time, pretty soon it'll get to the place where it can't move, because that's the kind of signals your body is getting. Your body receives signals. So when you send your body that kind of signal, don't move, and you just sit there in one spot, you'll get to the place where when you send a signal to your body, your mind sends a signal, say, okay, we're ready to get up now. You ain't going to be able to get up. Now, they have found that out. From what? From experience. Okay? We learn from things. Okay? That's what logic is. See, emotions have to be attached to logic. Like gasoline has to have a connection with that engine. And then you have to have sparks and fire and all like that. Things have to come together. Like I said earlier in this program, when we talk about that word separation. I mean, you know, everything is interconnected. Everything that is ever created was created for a reason by the Creator. Now, we don't know the reasons. I've often asked. In fact, as a 10-year-old, I was asking, why is everything here? You know, why did they say that God made everything? Why did God make anything? Well, only God knows. I came to that conclusion, and only God is qualified to say. But we can say, well, evidently God wants us to do something while we are here, whatever we call God. Some of us don't believe in God, but we believe in something, because we know that we didn't make ourselves. We know that we didn't, you know, and if we made ourselves, we don't remember it. So that tells us something right there. How come you don't remember it if you made yourself? If you made yourself, how come? That's logic, all right? Not based on emotion, just based on pure logic, cause and effect. If you didn't make yourself, or if you did make yourself, don't you remember when you made yourself and what you made yourself out of? And when you decided to make yourself? I don't remember the day that I was born. I don't remember anything about it. They tell me it was a Monday and it was raining, stormy Monday. That kind of figures for me. I mean, because that's what it's been ever since. Okay, but that's another story. But, I'm talking about logic here. I'm talking about emotions being attached to logic. You have to attach your emotions to logic. Now, the white supremacists say, and they did this on the plantation, and they still do it now, right in an office building or wherever you happen to be. Negro, don't do any thinking. I'm a white person. Let me do the thinking. You do the acting. In other words, you are the engine. All right? But I am the spark plugs, the gasoline, and everything. So you don't move. You don't do anything. You've got excellent qualities. All the parts are there and all like that. But you sit there until I give you a spark. Boy, girl, all right? You sit there until I give you. I'm going to separate you from logic. I have the logic. And I also have the emotions. But my emotions are attached to logic all the time. But I'm going to detach you, black people, from your logic is not going to be with your emotions. You can have all the emotions you want, but you are not going to be allowed to be logical. If I catch any of you people on this plantation trying to do some thinking and looking over my shoulder trying to read my books and all like that, I'm going to teach you people to hate books. All right? That's why it's a saying that's kind of popular among black people. And what is it? We know what it is. You want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. They break in your house. I saw an advertisement in a catalog the other day. It was a dictionary. It was something that looked like a dictionary, but actually it was a box. And they say, put your valuables in that, and then put that on the shelf. A dictionary? Something that looks like a dictionary, but it's actually a box, but it looks like a dictionary, which is a book. Put your valuables in that. And when that black person breaks in your house, I guess that's what they're saying. I would kind of think in the system of racism, that's what they're saying. They'll look all over that place. They'll tear the place apart. One thing they ain't going to touch is that dictionary over there. That's the key to knowledge, all right? The key to how to do things other than breaking a house, all right? They ain't going to touch that. Why? Are they that way by nature? No. We train them that way. We train them that way. And when we let them have a book, we fill it with so much nonsense that they ain't that dumb. After a while, they get tired of reading something that's pure nonsense. And so they learn to hate picking up anything that looks like a book because the books don't seem to pay them anything. And that's why black people have been trained to hate school, because we really don't put anything in our books that will really help them to solve their, what? Problems. But let me get back to the question. Emotions must be attached to logic. Both of them serve a purpose, but they have to walk in harmony together. Logic plus emotions. This is how you solve problems. All of the problems that you'll ever have. We have been trained not to let those two things ever get together. It has to be a quantum number, though. It has to be a quantum number. In other words, a large number of non-white people, period. Not only a black male, but black females, too. In other words, people who understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works. That's the first order of business. You have to understand that the entire world is dominated by the white supremacists. And if you have color in your skin, you are a person who has been assigned to be mistreated because of your color, because of the way you were born, because of the way that the creator of you, if you are a person of color, a non-white person, the creator put color in your skin. And the white supremacists are saying, well, regardless of who did it, it means you are eligible to be mistreated by me because I'm a white person and you are not white, so I have the power and the authority and the privilege and all of everything that's supposed to be of benefit is supposed to be around me. And you are only supposed to get what I say you can have because you have color in your skin. Now, the non-white people who understand that this is the setup and this is the dominant government of the entire planet, then the white supremacists will understand that you understand this, and if enough people understand it, people can't go. It's something about the mind that says you don't go against something that, I mean, you can't ignore something that you understand, particularly when it's working against you. That'll keep bothering you until you'll have a tendency to do something about it. Now, that's what the white supremacists do not want. They do not want black people to be logical. They do not want black people to think about anything except something that's real silly and real stupid. This is why they always glorify stupidity in black people. If a black person has a tendency to show stupidity or silliness, that black person, the white supremacists immediately will seize upon them and say, this person doesn't show any signs of being serious about anything. So these are the black people that we want to become more and more prominent. And we will feed into their silliness. Anything stupid that they come up with or we come up with for them, we will glorify it. As long as it's stupid and silly. Anything that's serious and constructive, we don't want them to be logical. We don't want them to tap into that. That's not the way we want any people of color to ever think. We want them to be celebratory people, the people who are jumping up and down and turning flips all day and running around in a circle. And then when they bump into each other, I mean, they immediately start fighting each other. That's the way we want to keep them. But if they're sitting down and slowly thinking things through and trying to be problem solvers rather than problem makers, no, we don't want those type of non-white people to get out from under our surveillance. You watch them very closely. It's like that dangerous black person on the plantation who's always going around trying to read something or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure out how the plantation is run. That is a dangerous Negro on this plantation. Sell him down the river or give him a good whipping and stop him from being curious about serious things. Keep him in the silly mode. That is the category that black people are always supposed to be in, the silly mode, the destructive mode. Don't let them think about anything serious, because then they become a danger. Now, some people have said they've seen some cartoons of my work on the internet that have been presented, and that it pretty well embellishes what I have been trying to say in my textbooks. And to the extent that it does that, well, that has been, from what I understand, some people reported to me, a plus. Because they didn't understand what I had written very well, but when they saw those cartoons that just repeated what I was saying and attaching my name to it, and came right out of the book, the material did, they say that they better understood it. And I can understand that, because people are kind of visual, particularly in the year 2021 now, more visual than ever.